and may I firstly congratulate Minister Ryan on his appointment to Cabinet in a very exciting and important portfolio, particularly in a 21st century economy. I have a major interest in the Department of Transport myself. I've done a lot of work in the local authority alongside many fine Green councillors in the constituency of Cork East. And my question for the Minister is, Minister, based on your department's high-speed broadband map, you can see that the Cork East area, which I represent, is highly in need of state intervention in the National Broadband Plan, as it's marked as an amber zone. At present, Cork East is heavily dependent on commercial operators for broadband coverage. And as we enter a new normal, Minister, with the increase from working from home and reliance on commercial services, which are clearly inadequate and unsustainable and unacceptable, I would like to ask the Minister if he could elaborate on the progress of the rollout of the National Broadband Plan for East Cork.
Minister.
Thank you very much for your good words, Deputy O'Connor. I look forward to working with you, hopefully in closer quarters than as we go back to the Dáil. The high-speed broadband map shows the areas in Cork East which will be included in the National Broadband Plan, as well as the areas targeted by commercial operators. It's colour-coded, as I said earlier, and searchable by address and air code. Premises in the amber area will be provided with high-speed broadband through state-led intervention. The contract being signed last year by NBI. There are 16,200 premises in Cork East falling into this category. The blue area, which represents those areas where commercial providers are currently delivering or have plans to deliver high-speed broadband, cover 25,087 premises in the Cork East area. And the light blue area, representing AIR's commercial rural deployment plans for high-speed rural broadband, including Cork East as part of their commitment agreement, includes 177 premises in Cork East. The National Broadband Plan network will offer these premises a high-speed connection of 150 megabytes per minute, per second rather. And all counties will see premises passed in the first 2 years and 90% passed within the next 4 years. Design work is complete or ongoing in targeted townlands across 17 counties, and progress has been made on the over 40,000 premises surveyed to date. Contractors have just started surveying in surrounding areas of Middleton, and surveying in the Youghal and surrounding areas is due to start in early next year. The Government is engaging with the National Broadband Ireland to explore accelerating aspects of the plan and bring forward premises currently scheduled for years 6 and 7 to an earlier date. These discussions are ongoing, and a preliminary position will be arrived at by the end of the summer.
Deputy O'Connor.
I want to welcome the Minister's response to that information. And there was a report done by a major phone operator in 2019 that the creation of regional digital hubs could generate in the region of 312 million for the regional economy and create over 8,400 new jobs across over 1,000 new businesses. And I'm sure that the Minister will agree with me that we do not want to see our rural towns, such as those in Cork East and villages, to just disappear. And there's a great importance in balanced regional development in this programme for government. And having key broadband infrastructure in place is vital to ensuring this. Main streets such as my hometown in Youghal could hugely benefit from such initiatives. And just to give the Minister some indication of the shortfalls that exist, some areas that I canvassed, including in Inch near my own home, between Killa and Youghal, there were some houses that didn't even have phone connections to their houses in 2020, which is hard to believe. And I'd be very happy to see if the Minister could try and work with me to address these shortfalls that exist across many rural areas in the constituency.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
I'd be very happy to do that, and I also agree with your assessment that it's the establishment of digital hubs provide huge opportunities, particularly for Irish towns and villages, to restore commercial life and retail life and to the centre of our historic streets in our towns. And that's, I think we should look at examples. I know everyone uses it as an example, but that Ludgate Centre in Skibbereen has shown, how we can progress, and there are others. So I think it is that this commitment within the programme for government for a towns first type policy, which is about restoring, as I said, enterprise to the centre to our streets and to the centre of our communities, is, I think, going to be critical. And I think it's in tune with what's happening in other countries and here in towns that are really starting to succeed on the back of that sort of good planning And I think broadband is part of that, and it's a critical part, and I'll very much work with the Deputy in trying to roll it out and those centres out as quickly as we can.
Deputy O'Connor.
Thank you, Comhairle. And Minister, thank you very much for answering my question here today. And it's very, very important. Traffic congestion is a huge issue in my constituency, and I would like to see more people working from home. But it's important that this government will put in the infrastructure to make sure that that is a possibility. So I conclude on that, and I just want to thank you once again. I look forward to working with you.
Minister.
I think one of the things we can work together on is identifying premises as well that might be appropriate and I think local authorities have a critical role, and community enterprises a critical role in identifying when we are creating such digital hubs. Yes, it is by definition it's able to be anywhere. It's wireless. The whole purpose of the National Broadband Plan is to bring connectivity right back down to the individual house. But I do think, particularly in streets where we've seen retailers or publicans or other community facilities having difficulty in recent years, it does provide an opportunity for us to transition them into new community enterprise centres, facilitated with high-speed connectivity. So I'd say to every town, every county council, those councillors of colleagues of mine in East Cork and West Cork and Cork's, every county, particularly rural areas of the country, to start identifying those sort of premises, working with the local authorities to try and provide the connection, but also provide the other facilities that would make them really vibrant community enterprise centres.
Thank you.